Dude, I've relapsed on Pokemon Go recently.
I've been playing it a
That's
little bit
disgusting.
because
It's
there's
so
a gym at
good.
where I work.
Oh, you're disgusting.
It's cause
But
like I said last week, I'm trying to get back into my
whoa,
fitness
this is actually
phase.
a new
Why?
map
Does
though.
someone play it with
How
you?
the fuck do I get out of this? Yeah, I'll play with my girlfriend, but
Yeah, it's
oh,
that.
dude,
See, now that's why you play.
no, I just like to
No,
play it.
no.
Um,
Yeah, so if you play it alone, no.
yes, I played today alone, like for like 2 hours.
Yeah, because you play it with her, dude.
No, she's not
I'm
here.
not.
I
s-
played it
I'm
alone,
not.
dog.
I'm not
You're
stupid,
being an
dude.
asshole right now. Anyways, cause like I said last week, I'm trying to get my fitness arc right now, and it's just so easy to go and walk around if I got something to play, gamify it. So that's what I've been doing. I can't skate right now because my ankle is still healing. So
Yeah, bitch.
hey, fuck you, asshole.
Oh, okay. Watch your language, little boy.
How was your week, boys? Other than that anime that we'll get into, how was your week?
A week's good. Lots of work. Today, dude, I was opening my fridge to get the beer for the podcast. And my dog walks everywhere with me for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. When she's not, she's tormenting somebody else. Um, but I opened the fridge and like I have like a vat of spinach. Like a big container of spinach
Mm-hmm.
for salads that I don't eat. And yeah, she just fucking puts her head in that spinach and starts chowing down. I was just like, what the fuck?
She ate your spinach? You're just gonna let her do that?
Like I open the fridge, grab a beer, and then like she just goes in there and she's like, "Oh, let me see the spinach." It starts fucking the spinach up, dude.
Dude, that's hype.
Mighty crazy, mighty crazy. But yeah, that has nothing to do with how my week was. But yeah, week was great.
It counts. We'll count
I don't want to talk about my week now. Maybe
it.
self-conscious.
All right. No more week for you. Dope, what's going on with
Pretty
you?
normal week on my end. Just
Dude, that's boring, bro.
work
You gotta
and
make
video games, really.
make it exciting, dog.
Some anime.
Yes, sir. I've been lacking on my regular animes.
I haven't really been watching regular.
I've been slowing my Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 down, even more than it already was. I'm almost done with it though. It's pretty good. All right, no more silly stories, guys. That's it.
I mean, I didn't do anything
I have a
really
I have
silly
a silly story. You asked how my week was,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. Hit me
and
with
then you
it.
started shitting on my face, so I just
What
stopped
do you
talking to you.
mean I shit on you? Uh,
Well,
and
I
when I
don't have a
ask
silly
you,
story. No, no, shut up. So I don't have a silly story from this week, but I have a story saved. It was a touching. I don't know if it was silly. It was just a touching moment in life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
A touching moment in life. So is that a friend's like? I guess it was a lake. So maybe it was a river. Either way, a river or a lake house, a body of water house. That I was at with a friend, and we'll just call that friend Preston. Okay.
Yeah.
um, either way, I mean the trip was kind of funny regardless because I would wake up at like 6, and then Preston would wake up at like 2. So there was like a good like 8 hours in which I was doing nothing with Preston. But thankfully Christian, who I've talked about before, was there as well. And we would just like wake up, and I'd like literally go and like wake him up like a little kid, and I was not a little kid at the time. I was like, hey, Christian, please, I need someone to play with. Or otherwise I'd just be like sitting in a hot tub like from like 6 in the morning watching anime to like 2 o'clock at night, or 2 o'clock in the middle of the day. Either way, it has nothing to do with what I was gonna say. And so we at night one day we're playing Witch Hunt or something stupid, right? No, we're like playing like hide and seek or something, and uh, Christian and I are like hiding together, two grown men just having a grand old ball, laying together in the grass, and we're freaking laying there, just like giggling and shit, and fucking like a shooting star passes over the sky as we're laying down, looking up at it. And it is the most perfect moment in all of mankind.
A fucking
You ever
shooting
seen?
star, dog?
Dude, it was a flurry of like, it was like a shooting star. Yeah, only shooting star I've ever seen. Witnessed it with like one of my best friends, and we were laying down and we were like playing like hide and go seek, and then and so we're like being really quiet, and that shooting star comes over, and then we're just like freaking out, like and like giggling and shit. Yeah, I just wanted to share that.
That's cute.
Thanks, man.
That's a cute story from you. Coming from
Really
you.
cute.
Coming from your dumbass cute story, I guess.
Yeah, I hate the game we're playing right now.
All
like
right.
this
Well, yeah. All right. Well, welcome back to Silly Citrus Podcast. We are playing Risk of Rain 2. And we haven't touched this game in a long time. So,
I've played this game once
once? Oh, okay. Well,
or twice.
I
don't
haven't
find it
played
very
this
fun.
character ever, so I don't know really what I'm doing. But today
have to
we're going to
understand
be we're going to be delving into Concrete Revolutio. We can go. We'll get to that later, but first we want to hop into the squeeze of the week, Dylan. If you're ready for that, what's up with that?
Yeah. So this week, hold on, let me turn the volume down for my game so that I can hear myself think.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It was really loud when I opened it.
Okay. So so the squeeze of the week this week is gonna be an anime called Dan Da Dan.
Okay, simple.
Yeah, well, it's set to start airing in October of 2024. It's it's another manga adaptation by Yukinobu Tatsu, who was an assistant writer for Chainsaw Man,
Ooh,
but this is his own. So, high hopes again for another good one. It's gonna be another romantic comedy.
you're
anime.
loving these rom-coms, dog.
Dude, it doesn't look like there's gonna be all that many great ones coming out.
I do
But
like rom-coms.
This one looks like it's gonna be good. Can never have too many rom-coms. It's a So like the plot is a ghost-believing girl and an alien-believing boy are thrown into a wild adventure following a supernatural encounter that confirms the existence of both aliens and ghosts. Yeah. And the animator for it is Science Saru, who has worked on some other animes including Devilman Crybaby, Heike Monogatari, plus like 12 others. So it should have some
high
pretty good
hopes.
animation.
High hopes for
it
the
sh-
animation, at least.
Yeah, it should have some pretty good animation. From the cover art, I guess, of the anime, it looks like it's gonna be pretty colorful, smooth. I don't know. Should be a pretty good anime. I hope.
Sounds pretty high.
I hope.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of anything like crazy coming out recently. So, all right.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Oh, I didn't realize, Connor, you're dead. Okay.
I've been dead for a while.
I've been like waiting. All right, let's go. All right. Well, thank you for the squeeze of the week, Dylan. Do you have anything else to go over? Connor, do you have any thoughts on it?
He mentioned that there were aliens, and I'm sick of aliens.
We are out because of the aliens. Too many aliens. There's a common theme in bad anime that we found, and that is aliens.
Well, we're hoping this one does it right, you know.
Yeah. Well.
Sure. Aliens.
Alien.
Alien.
I don't know what to do, so let's just say it's a normal place, but alien comes.
That doesn't make any sense. Aliens.
I hope there's another dead fish spawn.
Aliens. Well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I think everything we've watched so far has had aliens in it. And hopefully later when we roll the wheel, we don't get aliens again. All right, well, we
There
could jump
can't be
into
another one with aliens, dude.
yeah, if you want to.
If there is, we're re-rolling. I'm saying it right now.
We could re-roll. Or we stick
I
true.
I think we should.
All
If
right,
it's
yeah.
aliens again.
If it's aliens again, we'll re-roll.
Well, I diversified it.
Yeah, it shouldn't
Yeah,
be all
but
aliens.
if there does happen to be more aliens, I vote we re-roll.
Okay.
That's fair.
After the squeeze of the week, we've got. I guess we'll do Connor's rant right now. That way we.
It's first impressions.
Yeah, we'll do first
Uh,
impressions first because it's just quick. So this week again we watched Concrete Revolutio. We'll get in deeper later, but first impressions for me is just, I mean, I think I just went into it like a negative mindset already. Like I prepared for it to be bad, and so then it's really easy for me to pick out a lot of the negatives of the show. I still think it's overall negative of a negative show as far as my review goes, but I think near the end it wasn't too bad near the end of it. But
yeah, I've got written down that it kind of comes
yeah,
together.
I didn't really know what to
Uh,
expect though going into it because I didn't look this one up at all. So kind of just went into it. It starts off confusing. The first episode's probably the most confusing episode for me at least. I did watch it at 1 a.m. And subbed. I realized
no,
halfway through.
you're not wrong in saying that the first episode is.
Yeah, I realized halfway through that I gotta watch it dubbed and like to the side because I can't put my full focus towards this. There were, I guess, yeah. I don't want to get too deep into it. First impressions or initial impressions is just, It's just a meh anime, boring in my opinion. Like, I think they could have done a better job. Like, it could have actually been pretty good, but
Yeah, I wrote
they-
down for my that I thought it was a decent concept, but they
just didn't execute it well. It was very confusing. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too deep. Connor, what do you think?
Well, I can give at least the summary.
Yeah, you can give a summary of it, sure.
Well, I'm not gonna read it.
Oh, like the actual show summary.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so the first episode or the first season, not episode of Concrete Revolutio. On a sunny July day, and on the 41st year of the Shinka era. By the way, that yearage and shit for there, it gets really confusing when we actually start watching the show, but I'll let the summary tell its tale. Jiro Hitoyoshi is tasked with covertly listening in on a secret meeting between a top government scientist and an industrial spy. However, his cover is blown and the spy reveals himself to be an alien in disguise. Amidst the ensuing chaos, Jiro enlists the aid of cafe waitress and magical girl Kiko Hoshino, one of the many superhumans who blend into society and secretly protect humanity from extraterrestrial threats. As a member of the government agency known as a Superpopulation Research Laboratory, Jiro has the dual task of protecting superhumans that defend humanity and disposing of any deemed too dangerous to live. Having proving herself a worthy ally, Kiko is invited to join the agency as its newest recruit. Fast forward 5 years, and I want you to pay close attention to the fast forward because that's going to happen a lot. Fast forward 5 years, disapproval and distaste for superhumans are now commonplace in Tokyo. From government, corruption, and conflicting ideas of justice to the morality of superhuman rights, the relationship between humans and supernatural minority balances precariously in a world pervaded by whispers of unrest and unease. Who wrote this review, dude? Under mysterious circumstances, Jiro has betrayed the agency and is now a fugitive on the run. As he skulks through the rainy back alleys of Shinjuku, he has pursued the very same superhumans that he once recruited. My first impression of that is that sounds like a great show. Now I can tell you from the first episode that that's not what the show is.
Yeah.
But
It's like the first episode I left with like, I don't know what's going on. Like I didn't know. Like it kind of just seemed like they rushed through it. They just kind of like threw everything together, and then they do a time switch, what they love doing. They love time switching to like past or future events, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, it is just confusing to me.
Yeah,
it took me a few episodes to figure out what was happening.
I thought the animation quality was solid. It had a unique style, and it did a good job on certain parts with animation and stuff like that. At least that's for my first impression. And then, other than that, like the beginning episodes are really confusing, and I guess I'll let you know in the reviews whether or not they actually clear that up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the as far as animation quality goes, I mean, I didn't like. I don't know if I thought it was like one of those animes
Onas?
where it's like unfinished and they just or like it's sped through, so they don't. You know, like the people in the background, they just don't. They just make them like a solid color. They don't actually like animate the people in the background. There was a lot of that, and then the buildings were cartoonish and looked weird. But I guess that's just the animation
the
style.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if I.
I mean,
necessarily
sometimes they
enjoyed
don't
it.
animate things in the background to save like on time and money, but
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean
I thought was happening.
that's a lot of anime though. A lot of anime don't animate like crazy details in the background.
Yeah. And also I'm trying not to get into spoilers yet. If you want to watch the show based off this, go ahead, but we'll get into we're going to get spoilers later, but there was this one sound that would kept happening whenever anything loud occurred, like a loud bang or a loud explosion or whatever. They use like this same, at least in the dub, this same sound that's just like, I can't explain it. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It just sounded like someone smacked a table. It's like, I don't. Okay.
Like, should I agree with you to get you out of the situation you're in now, or should I just say I have no idea what the fuck you're
You
talking
could say
about?
no idea. I mean, I just
Okay,
noticed.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Whenever like a loud sound occurred, it would just. All right, whatever.
Is it like the bruh noise that happens in Fire Force?
I don't know. I didn't watch Fire Force.
In Fire Force, every time like a huge explosion would go off, the bruh noise would play. It was really cool.
No, I have no clue. Oh well. All right. Well, we can do rant right now, Connor, if you're feeling like it. I heard that you wanted to talk about bikers or some shit.
Bikes, bicycles.
Bicycles.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't want to rant about anime every week because I actually love anime, and I don't want you to think that I don't like anime. Well, my rant this week is going to be about bicycles on the road and why these idiots can't use a sidewalk. If you're one of these people, I hope you know that almost all of society feels this way about you.
Almost.
And you'll be safer on the sidewalk that was made for your bicycle, or in the bicycle lanes. This is also made for your bicycle, or on a street that's not the highway that was also made for your bicycle, or in your neighborhood.
Can I
where you're not going to get hit, or
like trails that
I feel
are
like if you're
specifically
biking,
made for the bikers.
Yeah, if you're biking on isn't biking on sidewalks illegal?
What?
no,
If you're like if you got like if you got the whole thing going on, you got the helmet, you got you're going long distances and stuff where they're supposed to be on the road, right?
Dude, I don't know.
Am I crazy? There are bike lanes though. Yes, but
yeah, there are bike lanes.
But the sidewalk itself.
I think I know what you're saying. Like if you're like high speed like race biking.
I guess maybe that's in like neighborhoods. It's like residential areas. It's illegal, but on the
but that's what I'm saying. Like in a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like on main like places, there's like a whole lane or a trail or like a big like concrete path or asphalt path, which you're actually allowed to bike on. The thing though is the people that actually bike that get in your way. Because here's the thing, bikers are supposed to follow not bikers, but bicyclists are supposed to follow the rules of the road, and they don't.
That's true. Yeah, it's like they're a vehicle.
It's like if you're gonna be on the road, then you should follow the rules of the road. Which they don't. They don't follow the rules of the road. They don't stop at stoplights. You know, it's just another piece of crap you have to worry about. I mean, people are dumb enough anyway, like these days, without that shit. So to me, it doesn't make much sense to deal with bikers, but hey. Each their own. It's each their own.
Have you had a encounter recently?
Dude, I encounter them all the day long.
All the
day long. Encounter them all the day long on the road, man, and it's just a pain in the ass because they just cause issues. But you know what's crazy is that like women bikers are like the ones that like do everything right. So like, if male bikers, like those are the ones you see, like the old men like biking, like they're about to die and pass out, like on the road, and you're like, why is this idiot here? Like, they make elliptical bikes for indoors that you can do that shit on. You don't need to die in public. I don't need that.
Jeez.
Yeah, we don't need that. I
Don't
don't want to
need
be driving
that.
around and then just run into your dumbass. Like, come on.
No, it is. It's like a safety thing.
Yeah. But yeah, they're supposed to follow the rules of the road as though they're a
Which they don't.
vehicle. Like, it's like the same thing. So if it's a stop sign, you have to stop at the stop sign. I would never want
Yeah.
to like bike on the highway. It'd be too scary.
I
for me.
know. Doesn't that feel like
People
a
can't
safe-
even drive on the highway.
What do you mean by highway though? Or just like
like highways, like actual highways? No, I'm not talking about like super highways or
like
like,
expressways?
lanes,
Yeah, you just
but-
mean like
but, like actual roads.
Okay,
man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
People just do that crap on them all the time.
yeah. Have you seen? There's videos of like a bike trail or bike lanes like that, but they're like so poorly designed that they like cross the road and
Yeah,
shit.
dude,
And it's
just-
like you just have to like not. I don't know. It's like try not to get hit simulator. It's crazy.
yeah, no, I agree. And I'm not saying you can't bike. It's just like if you just don't follow the rules of the road. And it's crazy that when you see someone biking and then you see like the bike lane or like an asphalt path for them made that they're not using. Like that shit bothers me. I mean, because like that's just at that point that's just your decision. It's your decision at that point.
Some of these people's bikes are like super to like. I'm talking like plus 10K plus.
Yeah,
For their
some of the
street
bikes are
bikes.
expensive.
Well, like actual people, like most people that are actual like bikers that bike all the time, they bike on.
They go to
trails.
trails, yeah.
they
Yeah,
bike
like
on
the-
trails.
What's the WNOD
Like they have a
trail?
route.
There's like
WOD.
there's long trails that are
Yeah, especially around here, they go from
they're made for
city
that
to
shit.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have trails like and they use them versus like people. But like the people like I think it's the percentage is like most like bicycle fatalities and most bicycle fatalities are like 88% like men. And like women are not that person, I guess.
Because they're invulnerable, bro.
Oh wait, you're right.
Have you ever seen a woman die? It's just never happened.
I've never seen a man die either.
Have I seen anyone die? Probably. Not by my accord, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
someone.
Yeah,
I saw someone. So I was thinking, in my head when I'm riding with my mom to like a gymnastics meet back in the day, and I was like, I've never seen like a car accident in real life, and then like we get cut off by this guy merging in. My mom honks at him, and then I don't know what that did, but he just starts merging off the road basically, like slowly just starts to go off the road and straight into a tree, and like it was crazy. And like they had to bring a
Jesus.
helicopter. They had to like I don't know if he died or he's still there. He was alive when I know people, he was trying to crawl out, but people were like, stop moving, there's glass everywhere. So he was alive at the scene, but that shit was crazy. And I wonder if I don't think I have any pictures of it anymore, of like the actual crash, not the dude, but that shit was crazy. That's like the only crash I've like seen. I've like missed crashes by like seconds. Like I come in and there's like a new crash going on. I feel like every time I go on the road, there's a crash. Probably because
every single day
main,
on my drive home, there's a crash in the same exact
Yeah.
spot on the
it's probably
road
because I
every single
main
day.
66. You know, that's like my main road. So
I hate 60.
66 is where people go to die every day.
yeah. I mean, it's true.
It's crazy.
I don't know if they die, but they do be in accidents everywhere. Maybe one day we'll all just ride a train. We'll all just ride the bullet train like the Japanese.
It is kind of crazy that as a society we all just we just get in our vehicles and just allow people. We just have to trust everyone on the road. Once you get in your car, you're just basically saying, I trust everyone on the road or else I'm dead, you know? It's crazy that you could just die at any moment.
Dude, you're going deep today.
We're going deep today. Let's talk about death. Let's talk about death, guys. So, yeah, it's just
So
crazy.
bikers, yeah. I mean those motherfuckers.
So bikers. All right, so let's talk about death. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Speaking of death, I am dead. Guys, I'm gonna go take a piss. You guys have fun.
No way.
Bro,
you're
you
actually
didn't
gonna
piss
take it.
before the thing, dude.
I did, but I have to piss again. So you guys
That's so unprofessional.
You're unprofessional, bitch. Let
Wow,
me take a piss.
dude.
Fuck you. Fuck both of you.
I don't even
Oh,
know where the portal is to take us.
Well,
I think we're just gonna have to have him cut this part out.
it's fine.
Oh man.
Nah,
Yeah.
but it is yeah, I mean like wrapping up the rant when we're not talking about death. Yeah, I mean if you're a biker, just know that not a
You're hated
biker,
by many.
but a biker. Yeah, well probably hated by many. Maybe wrongfully so, probably rightfully so. But yeah,
So
dude,
true
it's just
though.
like it's horrible, man. They're just but it's mostly like the people that bicycle that are like the people that shouldn't be bicycling. That
I
are
mean,
the
like, dude, I
issue.
can understand that some areas don't have like trails and things like that, right? But in our area with the trail, it just doesn't. Why not?
Yeah, but
Because
that's
it
just
is
like
well kept. Like,
well, it's just laziness at the end of the day. Like you can go to somewhere and then bike like responsibly. You can go somewhere and then bike responsibly versus like just being like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Cause you know, everything these days, like if you're driving, like if you hit like a pedestrian, like it's your fault. Like even if that person was doing something fucking stupid.
True. Yeah, I think I'm back by the way.
oh, dude,
I think
look who's back.
isn't it like 100% of the time pedestrian is it's right away for a pedestrian.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but like, what happens in the scenario where they like some people will just jump
They
in front of
commit
cars?
suicide?
Yeah. Like, what do you?
I don't know. I think they like. I don't know.
I think sometimes it's pretty obvious that was their motive.
Yeah.
Because typically they do it on the
It
expressway.
still
and
sucks
it's
though.
like,
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be that
yeah,
person.
I wouldn't want to be the person driving and then have to deal with that. That's a kind of a shitty way to commit suicide. You're like dragging somebody
Yeah.
into it. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Is he
Yeah.
soloing this? Dylan's soloing this.
Well, I honestly haven't really been playing this game. I hope we never play this again for this. It's not a good one.
Well, we can stop soon because we have to. We can go into the quiz. I got a quiz. I got the emoji quiz. And, oh boy, are you guys gonna hate it?
I'm excited.
I'm so ready.
I'm excited.
All
I'm
right.
excited for the emoji quiz because I know you. And I know that you're gonna have an emoji, and to you it's gonna make sense, and to nobody else is it gonna make
That's
sense.
exactly what I'm afraid of, and that's what's gonna be. I tried.
That's
Not,
what
I
I
didn't
want.
make them like crazy. I tried to, but I don't think I'm smart enough to like think of like stupid ones. So I try to actually make it legit.
We can head into that if y'all are ready.
Yeah, we'll head into that. We're gonna cut to it pretty much right now. So here we go, and I made it. I made it an actual presentation this time, boys.
Any email quiz. Is that how you spell anime?
Yeah, is that how you spell it?
There's no two E's.
Well, you need the second E.
You don't need the first E.
What E?
You don't need that first E.
What E? Dylan, are you in here?
No, the number one.
I'm been here, boy.
He been here, boy. All right. Emoji quiz and stuff for animes. Are we ready? Here we go. First one.
Yeah.
Birdie wing.
Yeah, I made it easy. We talked about this last time.
I'm gonna be honest. I had no idea what.
I'm mad that the guy golfing is a boy though.
I know there was no girl one. The emojis that they gave were the selection on this Google shit was really slim. So it was really hard to figure this out. Here we go.
Birdie.
This one's a little bit longer.
That's a church.
it is indeed a church.
That is a church.
A whole family.
No.
My one hit mother. My one hit kill.
No.
My one hit kill mother.
Sword Art Online.
No.
Dude, like I don't know. Log Horizon.
No.
Gaming.
Uh.
Dude, this is rough.
It's gonna
Church
be rough.
Church controller family. Church controller family.
And then play button.
Oh, there's a play button. Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh shit, dude. I don't know. Let's see.
This one's it's hard. It's hard.
No game, no life.
No, but that was close.
Close.
A hint.
Shit.
We've brought it up in the podcast before, but I
A
guess we've
world
talked
God
about
only
so many.
knows.
No. I can give you a hint. I can give you a hint as to like which. Here, we'll do this. I can like reveal like what an emoji is supposed to stand for.
Okay. Do the first one.
First one is supposed to be God.
God's games we play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. God's games we, because it's a group. I know it's a family, but I don't know.
Oh, did I also focus on the family part?
I'm sorry.
I feel like you could have gotten a better emoji for
No, dude, there's no emojis. I swear to God, there's nothing.
like a church. It's just a church. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
don't
tried to
know.
find like an angel or I don't know anything, but I couldn't, so I had to find. I just had to do.
I was like, I really feel like I can get it if he just tells me what the first one is.
All right, next.
Orange.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, dude.
What show is this, by the way? It's literally
It's like
just orange.
it's like a romance.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's like a romance, like slice of life as sort of thing, like high
Mhm.
school kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, is it just orange? Because I was like,
It is.
I was like, there is a show that's just orange. That's funny. Why?
Lots to unpack
Is
here.
it Nisekoi? I don't know,
No.
dude.
Is this Haikyuu?
No.
The colors. Dude,
Oh, I
it's
guess the
not-
colors. Yeah, no. This one's a little complex. This one's probably the
white-
most complex.
A white man, an orange girl, and a black
Bleach?
man walk into
Nope.
a bar. What the fuck are the dots? What the fuck are
Teen
the dots?
lady? Like,
You guys, let me know when you're ready to
Dude,
lock in a hint.
I'm not ready yet. I want to actually try to understand.
Concrete Revolutio. Dude. I need a hint. I don't know. What is the what do the colors do, man?
Arcana, you need the hint?
I'm still thinking. Hold on.
Okay.
House lock. It's not blue lock. Locked house. Devil and woman. Three colored people.
All right, do we need a hint, Connor? Come on.
Yeah.
All right, which one? Do you want the colors?
The first one, yeah.
The colors correspond to hair color. I could have
Okay,
put it like
okay.
above them, but I mean, I didn't think it mattered. So, hair color. There's 3 sections. I didn't know if you could tell. You know, you have the left, right, and middle. And then, so each kind of stand for they're like their own part, and then combine it all, and then that's the show. It's kind of hard.
What?
Do we need a
White
second
hair,
hint?
black hair, orange.
It's
Dude, I need
fucking-
give us the hint for the middle part, I
Hair
guess.
color.
Hair color of the
assuming
people. The middle
like
part
black,
means there's an
black.
evil lady. Yep.
What?
I should have asked for the end, bro. Oh,
Look at- there's-
damn.
There's 2
okay.
boys, 1 girl. 2 boys, 1 girl. There's their hair colors.
Yes.
Got the
Okay.
fucking mean ass lady, and they're locked in a house. What is it?
An orange. Hansel and Gretel. An
No.
orange.
They're
an,
locked in a house?
an orange haired girl?
Teen lady?
Yes.
I don't know.
I thought this one would be too hard. I kind of.
An orange haired girl?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm lost.
All right, we saying no? Don't know?
I'm lost. I don't know.
Oh, Promise Neverland?
Yes. Promise Neverland. It was hard to figure out.
Yeah, the fuck? Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I would have never gotten.
Yeah, I try to like put as much detail in it as I could to like make it easier.
Couldn't you just use actual emojis? What do you do? Like, what are
These are just the emojis that are on the Google slides, so
Oh my
I
God.
couldn't
You
use
could
the
have
actual.
like made it on your phone.
All right, you know what? Fuck
taken
all
a
of you.
picture
All right,
and
it still
put
works out.
put it on the
Here's the
slide.
next one.
Okay. Real life.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. What the fuck is that? I can't even see the answer.
Rewind me, baby.
Next.
Nice.
I can't even see it.
Sword Art Online.
There it is.
So
There it is.
Stupid.
We're running through them now.
All right, we're running through
yeah.
them now. Oh, this one's gonna be impossible.
Dude, what the?
Fire Force. Assassination
we-
Classroom.
We know this means God. That's all.
Okay.
Dude, what the
Yeah, this
fuck
is
are
good
these
luck.
emojis, man?
The world God only knows.
No.
A godless world.
No, but yeah, next time we do this, I'm gonna try and do the actual emojis.
Bro, what is this? Well, we know the church means God,
Mm-hmm. There we go.
and there's just God of high school.
Yeah,
There it
look at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Let's
is.
go.
Like God,
Wait,
high school
what was-
boy.
What was the
God
point?
knows?
Yeah, what's the point of the boy though?
Oh, is
'Cause
the main character a
character's a guy.
girl?
No, the
No,
main
I'm
character's
just
a guy.
saying. Why would you put the boy?
I
What's
don't
the
know. I'm
point?
thinking about it now. I don't know.
I
I
was
think
like, really throwing me off. I was like, what's the point of the guy
I
there?
think-
No.
I thought there was like a priest or something, and I
I
was
think
like,
in my mind I had the church and a boy. These combined to be God, or like the main person. I don't know. You
Nice,
can't get
dude.
into my head. It doesn't make any sense.
It's
in
okay. It's okay.
No.
I already knew that it was gonna be like absolutely impossible. 'Cause
there.
Hey,
Next.
we're kind of getting them. Bro,
Spice and Wolf.
What? No.
Spice. Oh.
These are the emojis, by the way, right here.
Is this fucking like
I see.
Zootopia or something, dude? Like,
No.
Oh, B stars. B stars.
Yeah.
bestiality.
And that's it. All right. That's it.
Really?
We kind of sped through that. I thought it would take a little bit longer.
Yeah, we had a couple there that went pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I don't know, bro. I tried.
Dude, that honestly, it met my expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Being honest, it met my
I kinda-
expectations.
I kind of figured it was gonna be like that.
Oh,
I
what do
think
you
I got all of them, but like 2 though,
I
right?
try my best. Did
We
you get
didn't
the Did you get the Easter egg here?
I can't see
my
anything. I
God,
can't
what the
see
fuck?
it.
Hold on,
I can't s-
let me.
Yeah, you can have yours at full screen. I can't have it at full screen.
I'd like to apologize for murders
Why?
committed on.
Don't look. All right, that's that. So, moving on.
Why, dude?
Moving on. All right, we can now pivot over to concrete.
Concrete Revolutio. Gotta give our review. Shit.
Good job. Now we go to review time. Well, we're not hopping back into Risk of Rain, so I'm gonna let the viewers enjoy some Rocket League as always.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, who wants to take it over real quick while I switch on over?
I mean, I can give her my review of the show.
All right, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So for Concrete Revolutio, we already kind of went over the summary. There's like a lot of characters in it that you could kind of consider main characters. So kind of like that Bungo Stray Dogs, or shoot, oh shit, I can't think of the other one I was gonna say. But kind of like that aspect where there's like a lot of main characters ish, but the main characters, from what I can tell from the first season, are Jiro Hitayoshi, who's like a pink-haired boy, and Kiko Hoshino, who's a purple-haired girl. So really, like, that summary kind of just summarizes the first episode where he meets her in like a cafe, and then he's like, I need your help to blah 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 blah. It's not really important, but he like enlists her help because these spies are like passing along information to like a scientist, and then something else happens because it's kind of confusing. But uh, anyway, she falls in love with Jiro. We're not sure when she falls in love with Jiro. You just kind of find that out mid
was-
time skip because it skips forward like 5 years,
Yeah.
and then she's like about to say she like loves him, but somewhere throughout the show she falls in love with Jiro. They don't really build on that at all because she's like all of a sudden she's just like madly in love with Jiro. Jiro's a really bland main character. He doesn't really do anything.
He's annoying in my opinion. It was kind of cringy a little bit how like serious he tried to be about everything. I'm like, bro, chill out. It's not that
He
serious.
seems like
Let's not pass over the one scene in the diner where the little Russian doll pops out of her boobs, and it's like the most
What?
detailed boob scene I think I've ever seen in anime.
Yeah.
It happens like 3 times in the first episode.
Yeah, the first episode they kind of
But
they,
the first time you
peered
see
in-
it, they like detailed the
yeah,
absolute hell out of
they
it.
showed
Every
her,
other
they
time, it
basically
was
just showed her cleavage with this little guy in there, and he's like her companion or whatever. I don't know what he's doing.
It's like her guardian. I think
Yeah,
is what they
because
said at one
we
point.
find out later she's like some devil
She's
princess
like
or
from
something.
the demon realm.
She's from
feeds
the
off
yeah,
of
she's from the demon
happiness
world
and
or
is
some
looking
shit.
for a spouse.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I was like, oh okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't come into like episode 8 or something. And like, what the fuck? Okay, she's
Yeah.
crazy, I guess. Anyways, yeah, they do it like 3 times in the first episode where they zoom in on her cleavage, and then never again in the whole season.
Yeah, it doesn't happen ever again. It's just like 3 times in the first episode where it's just the most it's like the most beautifully animated like top view of cleavage you've ever seen.
It's weird.
And yeah, you never get to see it again.
Yeah. And then while we're talking about her boobs, the whole show's other than that and the first episode is pretty, I wouldn't say like PG, but it's pretty
Tame.
normal, pretty tame until like
Episode 12.
Episode 12 where you just
you see her naked.
you just see her full naked body, tits and everything just out for like a good 10 seconds. It's like, why? Like if like what? Like there were like scenes where it was close to kind of nudity or whatever that they cover up, but then they just decide, nah, we're just gonna show her full naked body right here, and it was just came out and it was like a jump scare. I was like, what? Whoa! It was crazy. I don't know why they had to show that.
It was good.
It was good.
Dude, cleavage aside, I think the most irritating part of that for me was just like the 30 time skips.
No, yeah.
Like-
I mean, the cleavage thing only happened in the first episode. That's why I thought it was weird. I'm like, be consistent, I guess.
Well, they were consistent with time skips.
With time skips, dude, I was so confused. I was also didn't help. I watched at 1 a.m. in the first episode. There was like a time skip with Grossa Augen or
Well,
whatever.
Dude, the first scene of episode 1 is like should have been the last scene of season 1, like where they find him. You know what I mean? In like the train car, and she's like, "I'm not gonna let him go this time." Like
I was so
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
that should have been the last scene of the
It should
season.
have been the first season of the second season.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
And
something
then
like
they could have explained it. Yeah, I agree. Apparently the second season of this show is really good, but we're reviewing the first season, and
I don't know if I want to watch the
I'm-
second season.
I
after
don't.
the
I'm
first season.
I'm of a firm belief that you shouldn't have to watch anime to get to like good anime. Like you shouldn't have to watch a bunch of bad anime.
Yeah. Connor and I were
Watch it.
talking the other day about it, and we're like, maybe it's like piecing together all these things, and then the second season is like the present time.
Yeah, I
which-
looked it up, and that's kind of what it is. And
But I feel like
It
they
makes
could've pieced
sense,
it
it's just
together in
they-
a better way, though.
but I don't
Yeah.
think many people get to the second season. I
No.
don't think many people get to the
I
second.
don't think many people make it to the end of the first season, dude.
it wasn't.
Probably not.
It wasn't very.
That was more of a chore than it was like
mean-
fun bad anime, you know?
So like I think that they do a good job like introducing characters. So like they have the characters and they introduce them. So they do a good job with Hoshino. Episode 1 is pretty good. Episode 2 with Furota, they do a good job introducing Furota. But then after that, they just give up on like whatever the hell they had like going on with like that kind of character after character introduction. Well, that's not true because then they go to Detective Shiba. So maybe after episode 3, where we just like they just stop introducing characters episode after episode, and then it just gets like all sorts of wacky. The problem is, so in episode 1, what we're talking about with time skips is it goes ahead. I mean, from the summary I just read, it said 5 years in the future. Yes, but at the same time, like when I read it did like it looked like it was 2 years, but either way, it they go to the future where I guess the main storyline is supposed to be occurring, even though they spend most of the time explaining the story in the past, right? They spend most of the time in the past.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
then you just swap to the future. It's like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
and they saw the future, and like the scenes in the future are really short, so you can't understand them at all. They have no depth, so there's nothing you need to know about the future. So why they include them, I don't know. They don't need to yet. Like if they're prepping everything for season 2, I get it, but you don't need these season 2 scenes at all. They're pointless and worthless, and they don't make any sense because you don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
it
like
was just
they
adding to
should have
the
just
overall
gone through the
confusion.
past. I don't think they should have like gone to the future much.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have kept
Yeah.
showing it. They just like explain what the past is and what's going on. And one thing I was also really confused about is why is everybody fighting each other and not fighting the evil? Like we got fucking
Yeah.
the
No,
superhumans
no,
are
because
fighting.
that was a big part about the show because they have this like around like episode 3 once they introduce Detective Sheba, all of a sudden like this show gets into like what the fuck, like what is justice and what is peace, and then everyone's fighting for their own like peace and justice, but some people are allies of justice and some people are justice, and what's right, what's wrong. It was really bad.
Yeah.
That portion of the show was really bad. Like it was
I got
not good.
a I got a really big kick out of how like everything they introduced in the show was like it's meant for war. Like every time something was introduced in the show, it was like it's made by the Americans, meant for war. I'm just like,
Yeah, the Americans always
dude,
came up as some like terrible organization or
warmongering.
some shit. It
Like
was funny.
everything they built was for war to take down like Japan.
Yeah,
It
I love
was
it.
so
I like
confusing.
when during subs the when they try to they have the Americans speak, and so they speak it in English, but they don't hire English voice actors. They just have some Japanese guy really try and do an American accent, but he's really bad at it. It's
Oh, those are always the best.
yeah,
Whenever
but
Japanese people have to speak English for those, I love it because it's really funny.
yeah, there's this weird conflict between the police force and superhumans, even though their goal is kind of the same. They're both fighting these alien things that come out of nowhere. I don't know where they come from. And yet they're also fighting against each other. And then one episode that was really weird for me was the one where they meet up with the you know the eyeball, the what was it called? The devil's eyeball or some shit?
Man.
No.
The mask guy, the eyeball, the evil dude.
Oh, Claude?
Yeah, there was like his gang. There was like moments where they were like passive around each other, then moments where they were fighting each other, and then moments when I'm like, what is happening? Who's good and bad?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's why I was saying it was like really big like Bungo Stray Dog vibes because Bungo Stray Dog has like a bunch of different organizations in it, all like scheming for something else. But like you're saying in this one, they have all these different organizations. Like there's a ton of organizations they introduced in these 13 episodes, but they all seem to have very similar fucking goals. And if they don't, you don't know what their goals are because it's so confusing. Like I don't know what the fuck's happening. Even after like watching it and like sitting there trying to like take notes, be like, what, like, why is this? Why is he upset? What's their goal? Who the fuck is
Yeah,
Daisha?
Yeah,
this was a really hard one to really
yeah.
take notes.
It's like it could have been a really good show, I think, if they just somehow like pieced it together a lot better than what they did, or just
Yeah.
explain things, because sometimes things will just happen and you had to kind of infer what's going on, and it's
Like when Star. By the way, the amount of times, I mean, I would let Dylan say it, but the amount of times this guy says Star Child. Oh,
Star
man. And that's
Child.
always.
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
it's
Oh,
kind of
and
funny. Yeah.
so it's like a little like yeah, like he's saying it's like a little Russian doll that follows it's like in Kiko's boobs all the time, and he's like
Star
her
Child.
he's like her wand, but at some point like they bait him out to like get intel from him, and he's like into Emmy, who's like a yokai, who's also
Yeah, he's
like
hitting on her.
Jiro's like girlfriend sort of at the time, but who really knows, um, and he's like like humping. He's like, we're not enemies. He's like humping her arm. It's really
Yeah, going off the Emmy thing where she's like I don't know if she says she's his girlfriend, but he doesn't act like it.
he likes her though too, but
Yeah.
and then at the end he doesn't.
But there's like that lovers quarrel between her and Kiko where they both like Jiro, but they don't really expand on it. They just kind of they point it out, but then that's it. Then it's
well, I love at the end how like everything in this show has been really peaceful, and then Emmy is like, I could save her. She's like, I could save her, but you're never allowed to see her again, and if you do, I'll kill her. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
makes sense.
it's kind of nuts. There's also a lot of mechs in the show, but I don't know if I'd consider it a mech anime. But there's like
they call them superhumans, but they're robots.
There's some superhumans that are literally just straight up robots. I think the detective counts, but he's a detective. Isn't he technically?
He's just a robot.
He's just a robot. He was a human at one point, but they like put his mind in a robot or some shit.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a superhuman, and then they made him into a robot, and now he is. And then Jiro said they keep saying he's not a superhuman, but like kind of is.
So they said that he has a kaiju living inside of him, which gave me like Jinchuriki vibes from Naruto. They said that there was a kaiju living inside of him.
But he uses that to his advantage, so I feel like he should be classified as a superhuman. But they always keep saying that he's human. I'm like, I don't know. You got some things in your arm, bro. Like, I don't know what that is. And then he could transform his car into a mech thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Literally Hecarim on wheels.
I'd have to say like going down like what was the worst for me about this anime was they mention about 3 quadrillion times they say Master Ultima, and you have no idea who the fuck Master Ultima is. So it doesn't mean anything to you. Like they don't explain it either. They just like say Master Ultima, Master Ultima. No idea who the fuck this guy is, and you don't see that guy until like episode 12, and he's in like a fighter jet.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "What the fuck, Master Ultima?" And then like he has one scene where he's talking to Jiro's adopted father, the scientist. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Because it's not good. Man.
Yeah, another part of the show that I found weird is they would try to make these twists happen, but they don't expand on it. Like at the end, they reveal that the leader of the Bureau is an alien. He's not even human. And then nothing... And they're all like, yeah, but like he's still good. And then that's it.
Yeah, and
like,
then Jiro like kills him, and then he takes over the body of like one of the congressmen. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Claude kills that. Yeah, Claude kills his human host.
Oh, Claude.
Yeah, Claude kills him. Yeah.
But you know what I was talking to Matt about yesterday is like, so somehow that that alien man or spaceman, they call him a spaceman. The spaceman Akita, because that's his actual name, but he's like living in like an old man human host, and he's like the chief of the Bureau, but the fucking Hyoma Yoshimura, who is also a part of the Bureau, is the one who made the Bureau. So it's like, how is this guy the leader of the Bureau when the time guy, who is Hyoma Yoshimura, we find out to be a jaguar made to look like a human, who can control time and time travels, and he's time traveled multiple times, and he made the Bureau. So how is that guy the leader of the Bureau? And they never explain it.
I don't,
because I was like, I'm paying attention, and I know for a fact he just said he made the fucking Bureau. So where the fuck did this guy come from?
Yeah, I mean, it also, I feel like it was am I crazy? It was a pointless to bring up the whole time travel bit.
I mean, sort of. He pretty much just like kills.
It was just one episode. It was just one up. Maybe they expand on in the second season more.
Well, it's just backstory for the character.
But that guy, he created the Bureau. That he also created the organization that's against the Bureau, and then he also I don't know. He's all over the place, and he's like multiple bodies everywhere because he's always going through time. I'm like, I feel like he's gonna break something at some point.
And
then he kills himself. He kills his past self. And he's like, I should be dead, but then he doesn't die. And Kiko's like, don't worry, I got you. And I'm like, what? Because she apparently created a paradox. If you can create a paradox within the timeline, it like decides to just ignore it for some reason. I don't know why that is. How can something happen and then just since it's a paradox, it's just ignored. It's like whatever. So somehow she made a time paradox for him, and he just didn't die when he killed his past self. It doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a bunch of like shit that doesn't like they go and explain something in one episode, and then the next episode, or maybe not the exact next episode, but when they give more story later, it completely contradicts the story they gave you in like the first or whatever episode you were watching. So it's not really well written, and it doesn't come together well because it's all conflicting information. And it's just like they don't make good sense. Like I don't think anime should have to make sense, but like in the world that you have written, you can't just like say something and then go back on exactly what you wrote like in the next like 20 minutes. It's like, okay, because it's just dumb. Like it's not good world building. Like the world, they had like such a good like set of characters and like all this, but they just couldn't write a story that just was entertaining and made any sort of like coherent sense like in like whole. Because if you watch all of it and you actually pay attention to all of it, half the shit they say is just like super contradicting and makes like you're just like, okay, well, why am I watching this? What's the point? I don't understand. There's just no understanding it.
Yeah, I also thought it was kind of weird. Each episode is basically like a new story, kind of in the past or something like that. But sometimes they would kind of leave things on like a cliffhanger, and then the next episode it's just something else. Nothing, like it doesn't continue from that spot. So I thought that was kind of like weird. They don't tie together really. I don't know. Am I crazy for that? I could also just be not understanding things because I'm just an idiot.
I mean, they don't make a good sense of anything that happens.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the main difference about this show, like I said earlier, is just the other ones. Yes, they were shit. They were terrible, but this one was just kind of boring because it's just like you don't know what's going on. They don't do a good job explaining it, and then when it is explained, it's just not exciting.
Yeah, the fights are cool, but there's no suspense to it because you don't know why they're fighting.
Yeah, like there was just
like,
fights that
like,
would happen.
Okay.
And you're like, why are we fighting again? Like superhumans fighting each other or the police force. It's like, why are we fighting when there's a big monster right here? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean their big like point to like why people were fighting because they had different views of like what justice was, and it was really poorly done in that aspect. They had a lot of there was like a couple times like here we go to the Earthchan episode, and like that was pretty good. But then like Kiko gives her candy to make her dream, and then later she's like, you made me dream. What'd you do to me? And she's like, oh, I didn't actually give you anything. It's just candy.
Yeah, she's
And
like,
then
I just
she
lied
gives her
to
the
you.
candy. She just gives her the candy, and then she just dreams anyway. And I was like, so it's just shit that they wrote. Like they're just ass pulling, really. They're just doing ass pulls to make it make sense, so they can actually write the story. Because I feel like they're like getting there, and like, well, we're kind of stuck, so let's just fuck exactly what we just said, and then, yeah, now this is how this works. It's like, this is ass.
They didn't even need to do that. The whole point of it, I guess, was to hammer in the point where she's like tells Chan
lying is not always
bad, but I feel like that could have happened in any other way, and
Any
you could have
other way
still kept the
except for
dream.
that.
You could have like
because then she just gave her the candy again, and then she took the candy and she dreamed again. Like, how does
that make
lying
sense?
about candy? How does lying to a robot about candy make them dream?
it just like the candy is just candy. Like why did that didn't?
It's a robot. It doesn't.
Yeah, it is really weird.
It's so bad. And then she gets the candy again, and she dreams with the candy. Or let's see. Or we have so from what I understood, Claude hypnotized Kiko.
Yeah.
Or his real name is like Jean. So Jean hypnotized Kiko somehow, some way. They never go into that or how that happened, but I guess he hypnotized her. But there's an episode where she comes in and she sees him brutally murdering all these people, and then shit starts just growing out of her head, and she's like, I feel so hot, and then she eats whatever the shit is that she's always carrying around, and then she turns. That's when you first see her turn into the Devil Queen, and there's just no part of that where you're like,
I got lost. I got so lost during this part. I actually I kind of don't really know what happened after that.
Yeah, because then in the second time where she turns into the Devil Queen, she just turns into the Devil Queen.
Yeah,
It
Right.
was like,
she's just
okay.
I forget exactly why.
Which
'cause
is
I got lost.
apparently her real personality or
Yeah,
something.
that's like her
Yeah,
real
and
self.
Kiko's not the
Kiko's just a
real-
mask,
yeah.
apparently. Kiko's a mask, which that little
Uh-huh.
Russian doll squishy guy thing was trying to keep contained.
Did
And
we
then
ever figure out
I
what
thought it
happened
was
to Claude?
I thought it was funny that like when
Yeah,
she
he died.
Oh, okay.
yeah eventually
Remember,
dies.
he fought Jiro, and then he like absorbed too much metal, and then
Oh,
like, that
yeah,
scene
and then
where
he's
he was,
like crying
crying
blood.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I thought was weird is that Kiko, as soon as she becomes the devil witch thing the second time, like when she goes crazy, the Russian doll dude's just like, well, I can't do anything anymore. He's just like, yeah, now that she's in this form, I can't really do anything, so I'm useless.
She was also convinced that Clyde was Jiro.
Yeah, she
even
thought
though
Clyde
Jiro
was
was
Jiro.
like in front of her fighting.
thought that was confusing.
Claude or whatever.
Well, she was like, she's
He's
like,
the
you're
real
Jiro, but he's the real Jiro.
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening? I like the last two
Yeah.
episodes. I just kind of
Yeah, she said something like, "He's the Jiro. He does the things that I want
Jiro to do.
Jiro
Yeah.
to do."
But she kept calling him Jiro. It was weird.
Yeah.
So he's
I don't
not
know. It
Jiro.
was
He's just
confusing.
Claude, but she's just saying that. I don't know.
It was confusing. She
Yeah.
kept calling him Jiro, and then she'd
Yeah.
be like, "You're gonna die, Jiro," and then she's like, "No, Jiro." I'm just like, brother, what is going on?
Yeah. In conclusion, there's a bunch of like character introductions with a bunch of confusing parts all the way through it. We get to the main fight. I guess the main fight, which is between Jiro and like I guess a childhood friend of his named Jean, who they were best friends, but Jiro has no memories of them, and they do no backstory whatsoever on it except for a picture that Jean gives Kiko Hoshino, and she's like, "Oh, I think Jiro is Claude." She completely misunderstands the photo, because she's a retard, and they keep going, and then Jiro still fights Claude, who could be doing the right thing, could be doing the wrong thing. You don't know. They never make sense of it. He fights Claude. He beats Claude because he has this like super powerful kaiju in him that has been fostered into them by Master Ultima, who's trying to gain this massive power, which you only know from a talk that happens for about 1 minute in the last episode. And then Emmy turns Kiko's devil person into, or like devil queen self into a cheetah, because apparently there's a way to turn personalities into cheetahs and then they die. So she turned her into a cheetah, but then she didn't have the power to save Jiro. Jiro was saved by some other person. I don't fucking like everybody all of a sudden, all the superhumans all of a sudden gather together to save Jiro. They're like, save him, and they all
Yeah,
gather
even though
together.
like the
It
rest
makes
of the
no
show,
sense.
the rest of the
And
show,
everybody
they didn't
hates
care.
him.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like only one guy actually didn't.
Oh
The rest
yeah,
were
they
just
didn't.
like chilling to a concert
They
on the
didn't-
sideline.
They didn't need.
But
I told.
Yeah, it's just so
to
stupid.
reference to what you said about them saying they put Jiro or the kaiju inside Jiro, there's a scene that contradicts that at the end, because when he found Jiro, Jiro's a baby in this crater with a like burn mark on the ground that is a kaiju. So I think the kaiju was already in Jiro before they found him.
And you'll find out in season 2.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah, I feel like the manga has to be good because it had promise. Like it looked like it could be good, and then but just the way that they animated it, like the storytelling and everything, was just obviously, as we've gone through, terrible.
Maybe.
But I feel like the manga's got to be good, right? I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about the manga for.
I haven't
Concrete Revolutio,
either.
so-
So maybe it's
But
also
for the
just
anime, should we get into giving the scores?
Yeah, we can start giving scores. Who wants to go first?
This is the sour score, right? So this is
Yeah.
the
Sour score, bad score.
So yeah, I'll give my sour score. I thought I was better than the anime we watched so far. The anime we watched so far, which have been literally just been Puny Poemi and Bobo, which I just despise Bobo with a passion. And Puny Poemi was like funny, but like it was an OVA, and it was just like the craziest thing. I don't know. I'd probably give this about a 70% sour score, easily, just because like there really is no like you watch through the whole thing and you just feel like why did I watch it because there's no point to it, right? So if they had never if they had never made a second season, you would just be lost because there's just absolutely no point to the first season, and you can't make a point out of it.
Yeah.
And like Matt was saying, like the other ones were at least entertaining because they were so bad that they kind of like they were so bad
They were
and
kind of meant to
nonsensical
be bad.
that they were kind of okay.
It's black and white.
Kind of okay, but yeah, that was just bad in the terms of like they were trying to do a good job and they just failed so miserably that it was just hard to like it was hard to stomach, and you're confused throughout the whole thing. Like they just do like the time skips. Like if they had gotten rid of those time skips, this shit would have jumped up exponentially in score. Like they did not need them. They did not need them, and they're not consistent time skips, and they don't explain that to you. You just have to figure it out. Because like sometimes, like in the first 2 episodes, they're skipping back and forth like 5 years, and then it just starts going crazy after that. So you just don't know where the hell you are in time. So yeah, 70%.
I mean,
So I'll give it a 30 for the Annie-list positive score.
yeah. I've got it all written down. Yeah, I guess for me, I'm kind of like on the same page, but different section because I think I'd rather rewatch that than watching more Bobobo. Bobobo just drove me insane.
Bobo was the most annoying thing I've ever seen.
I could sit through Concrete Revolutio without like, sending a picture to the group chat and saying I give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I sent a group chat picture in the group chat for Bobobo on episode 2, and I tried to bail on episode 2. I did suffer through the other 4, but I did watch all of Concrete Revolutio, and I did watch it all in one day again. I probably should have split it up.
You
But
watched it one day?
I wasn't in pain watching it. I even rewatched the end of the final episode with Connor.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna give it like a 62. Like not much better than what Connor gave it, but I do think I appreciated it a little bit more because it wasn't. I don't know. It was just better than Bobobo, and I think we're going in a good direction with these because I think if it was another Bobobo or Puny Poemi, I would have bailed before watching all the way to the end of episode. So I'm gonna give it like, which would put it at a 38.
38. You're going specific. I'm a 38.67219.
So what's your sour citrus score, dude?
My sour score is 62, but my Annie-list score would end up being a 30.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 65 because so 50 is like meh, which the show probably would have been if the storytelling was like a little bit better, but since it was obviously very confusing and all that, and plus the show that I wouldn't really watch, it kind of bumps it up to like 65. Not as bad as Bobobo, obviously, as we just said, which I think I gave a 70, but it's kind of close with the amount of like, I didn't really enjoy it anyways, so I don't know. So yeah, I give it 65 for me, 65. But this should be our best rated show so far because not much to compare
it's
it to.
above 30.
Yeah, not much to compare it to.
Bobobo was currently at the top at a 20.
I want to get a show that like has like a really bad rating, but is like low key good. You know?
See, that's what I want to appear.
We'll get there.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll
I think we'll find some.
Yeah,
because like some of the stuff I put on there is like good, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, let me
It's
see
got
how
a
this
decent
compares.
It's a 34. It's a 34 on the score to a above a 34.3, I guess is what it showed up in.
yes, sir. If you need to round it, if you don't want to do decimal points, you could.
I just did.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Concrete Revolution.
It doesn't do decimal.
So far, the highest rated because it's the only actual show that we've watched. But
Yeah, it's in the lead
guess
by
what,
14
boys?
points.
Guess what time it is? It is time.
Spin that wheel.
to spin that wheel. Are we watching? Let me restart the stream. just to be
No,
sure.
you gotta.
And
I
then
want to see that wheel. I
we
want to see
can-
that wheel.
Let me. switch
Oh,
it
I
on.
do want to put out there
want to see
to
that
that
wheel.
one dude that was commenting on the TikTok.
What about it?
the guy that was well, someone gave an actual what's it called? Comment about like good like girls anime, Connor. Someone actually put a recommendation out there for you,
Yeah.
which was Bamboo Blade. I don't know.
I asked him what sport that was, and he didn't answer.
Well, I'm gonna look it up right.
Bamboo Blade, because the
This,
rant last episode was.
oh, it's about Kendo. Okay.
Terrible girl anime. It's about what?
It's about Kendo.
That makes sense. That's what I thought it
That's
would be. Some sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't watched this. I've seen.
Is the wheel? The wheel is up, but is it up for you guys? You guys ready?
Yes, the wheel.
The wheel of ads. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Spinning it. Oh God, why is it so laggy?
I love how laggy your
Oh,
wheel
why is it so laggy? What happened?
Get an ad block, dude.
Holy shit!
Oh,
All right, well,
dude.
we got a movie. Which
got
you
a
guys know what that
movie.
means? Movie night
Spriggan
for us.
the movie.
Spriggan
This
the
a,
movie. What is this? Why is it so laggy? Holy shit! All right, let's see what was it called?
1998.
Spriggan.
Connor, it's your birth year, dude.
Spriggan.
Yep. It's as old
Spriggan
as
the
me.
movie. Is there Spriggan the show?
Yes.
So we're just gonna
That
watch
looks
the.
like this. That looks like the show.
Oh, this is the
Are we
show.
gonna do the movie or this?
Spriggan. Does it matter? Can we just watch the movie?
It's the movie.
Yeah, I know, but like, do we need any context or we just?
Oh, we can watch. The movie came first.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, that worked.
Hour 30. That's pretty long for an anime movie, I feel. They usually only go
It
for like
is.
an hour.
Oh, it's got.
All right, here we go. Details. Long before the era of prehistoric man, an advanced alien. Oh my God! No, not the aliens.
Can we re-roll, dude?
Wait. I think we need to re-roll.
We need to re-roll. Like,
We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this one. Holy shit!
I cannot do another alien show right now.
Holy
no
shit!
aliens.
We can't do it, guys. I'm sorry.
They don't all have aliens. I promise.
I kind of would have been okay with it since it's just a movie. We could just watch it. Inazuma 11.
Okay, that's definitely not aliens. No way. I know what the fuck that is.
There's a
Oh,
movie
man.
and then there's just the show. I'm assuming the
It's a
show.
There's so many.
Which one? This one?
1, 2, 3,
That
5,
one, yeah. It's just the
7,
first
8
one.
of
Or the 2018 one. All right, we're just gonna pick this
Can
one.
you please just go to the one that says easy relevant?
This one is it. It is
It's got
100.
127 episodes.
It's just gonna be kind of like what we have to do for Boba. We have to pick. We'll pick a range and then
Wait,
watch.
did I pick the wrong one?
Is this the right one? Is the question that we're having.
Are we gonna have to go back to the wheel for a third time?
So this just looks like a regular TV show. I don't know.
I mean, maybe we just do the Spriggan movie, suck up the aliens, get it off the wheel.
I'm fine with it because it's just a movie. We could just watch it in one sitting.
Inazuma 11 is one of the ones I put on there because it's actually like kind of good and it's like underrated. So-
Inazuma 11. There's a lot of them.
I don't know. There's a whole website for Inazuma 11.
It's a sports.
There's a few movies, a lot of TV
Yeah.
shows. This
I'd be
one,
kinda
oh,
down
so
to
it's a
do Inazuma.
soccer show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not the
Football
right
show.
one. That's Inazuma Go Galaxy.
Yeah, but still, it's they're all of them are soccer.
Right.
All of them are sports. This one's 43 episodes. Inazuma. So which one did you mean
Well, I
to
think
pick?
it was this 127 episode one, but I didn't realize it was 127 episodes.
Okay.
I think we just spin the wheel again. Spin the wheel.
All right, spin the wheel again. Do we want to
Yes,
just?
we
Are
can
we
take
gonna
that one.
remove
We can
this?
Take that one off.
that
Take
one
that
off.
one
All
off.
right.
I would
Inaz-
recommend watching that on your own time, though. I think it's.
Okay, this. Needs
I
to
don't
be
think I meant
refreshed.
to put that one on there though.
I mean, I'll throw it on the Annie list, and we can like watch a couple episodes together off,
It's good. It's
off
good.
of the podcast.
Yeah, Inazuma 11. It's something I've been wanting to watch for a while,
Yeah,
but it's
I'll
not
put
like
it to
crazy.
plan to
No one
watch.
really-
on the
I
Annie
don't know a
list.
ton of people.
Spinning again. To give
That has aliens. You have to reroll.
Oh no! Are you? That is
Dude.
alien.
Bro, this is unreal. We
This
need
is
to have like
crazy.
a
This is
specific
kind of
wheel for
defeating the
alien
purpose.
anime. Man.
It's kind of defeating the purpose of the wheel.
It is defeating the purpose of the wheel.
All right, another movie. Hakubo. Is this?
Bro, if it's aliens, I think we need to remake the wheel.
This is just an alien podcast.
No, there shouldn't be aliens there. It's
Oh,
a
this is an actual
diversified-
show. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
All
a
right.
very diversified wheel. We just got really unlucky.
Yeah. Hakubo revolves around the daily life of Sachi Goyama, a high school violinist. Ooh, with promising talent. So it's a music anime. Although Sachi is content
Well, there
with
could be some aliens in that.
there could be with her school life and retains friends within the music club, her favorite pastime is appreciating the scenery around her neighborhood in Iwaki, Fukushima, while walking
Drama.
to her bus stop alone. However,
Drama.
here we go. This is where we find out if there's aliens. During one of Sachi's after-school walks, she has an unexpected meeting with Yusuke Kijinami, a boy whom she often notices on her bus ride home. After offering to help Kijinami find a perfect view of the evening landscape, the subject of his next painting for his art club's exhibition, the two forge a bond over the mutual admiration of the beautiful scenery bathed in sunset. Okay, that was a really long sentence to just describe that she just showed
Yeah, I
him.
know. Whoever is writing those summaries for my anime list is like
Holy
goes
shit.
doesn't write the actual summary. They're just adding a bunch of flavor
Yeah,
words.
so she just took him to a good view, basically. This chance encounter brings together these two souls who yearn to cherish the present, knowing full well how easily it can all slip away. So I don't know what the plot is.
Yeah, nope. So that's why
So
you
there's
gotta watch it.
there's a violinist who meets a painter, and that's all we know. Okay,
That's it.
at least there's no aliens. And watch it be like,
That-
and the painter's an alien. Oh, no.
My anime list might need to hire another.
The
summary
earthquake
writer.
was caused by a UFO crashing the planet.
You know what they're probably doing for their synopsis is like they're copying the synopsis that they get from like the actual show, and then they're just like rewriting it so it doesn't sound like they copied it.
Maybe makes sense.
Classic.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah, no
It's
aliens.
off, no more alien anime.
This was a 52-minute. This is a 52-minute movie, guys. We got a movie night. Oh boy.
Yeah, we could movie night, and then at some point we should watch. We should sit down together, watch some of this Inazuma 11, and then I guess we'll just let them know when the Annie list is updated for that.
Yes, we could do Inazuma 11 and we could do this Hakubo.
Yeah, we'll just have a little.
Sorry, what? We're doing both?
Yeah,
Well, no,
watch
the
beginning.
Hakubo is gonna be the topic of the next podcast, but Inazuma 11 we just watch it off podcast, put our thoughts on the list comments, and then
All right.
post it.
Okie dokie.
Become a mouse supporter and enjoy it.
Hakubo is what we're watching, or Twilight is in English.
Oh man.
All right, someone hit me with the outro before I
All right. If you made it this far in the podcast, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go check out the Instagram and TikTok, which will be linked here in the
description below,
now, I
as
guess.
well as the Annie list if you are interested in following along with what we have done or what we are going to do. Yeah, that pretty much signs us off. Give us a check out the social link in the description below. Peace.
Bye bye.
Hey, sour bitches.
Oh my god.